Breaking news, the Bridgeport Islanders have signed two of the Islanders' prospects on the reserve list, Krieger and Jacob Pavanka. Let me know what you think about the box here. I'm not entirely sold on it. I think it looks kind of cool, but I'm not confident, let's just say. But the meat and potatoes of this video is not about the box that I've added to the video screen. It's about Jacob Pavanka and Krieger signing ATOs with the Bridgeport Islanders. So you see here, they've signed, as of today, March 21st, an ATO. So that goes until the end of the season. And for those at home listening, it's an ATO is an amateur tryout. I call it an AHL tryout. It's for the AHL level, and it's just a tryout basis. Basically the same thing as a PTO at the NHL level. So both of these players have one until the end of the year. Now, if you're not familiar with who they are, we'll get to that in a little bit, but just Cole's notes on these two players. Krieger, stay-at-home defenseman, 7th round pick in 2018. Jacob Pavanka, two-way center, more defensive leaning, excellent on faceoffs, a 4th round pick from that same 2018 draft. Now, if you're also asking why just these guys, well, we've kind of gone over that before. And let me just open the proper window here so you can see both of these guys had their NHL rights set to expire at the end of the year. And now, while ATOs are not a contract, they could still expire at the end of the year, right on August 15th, 2023 for both Krieger and Jacob Pavanka. The point here with this ATO is to see what these guys have got before you're willing to offer them a contract. You've seen what they can do at the NCAA level. Now, what can they do at the pro ranks? And they've got a little bit of runway here to kind of see what they've got before they officially sign them to an ELC or just kind of let them go type of thing. Or I guess an AHL contract as well. But either way, this is why they've signed them to ATOs now, to see what they've got. Now let's talk about both of these players real quick to just kind of get a sense of how they've been doing over the year. And while I would have gone over that in the who's next to sign an ELC video, let's just still go over it now. So let's start with Krieger, who, again, I compare a lot to Scott Mayfield, but like has been stated in the comments below, Scott Mayfield was a much better player at the NCAA level than Krieger. His best season, Krieger, was 8 points in 36 games in 21-22. And that amounts to a 3.5 NHLE. You can see that here, which is not great. That's his best year. Scott Mayfield, in his best season, his sophomore year, if you will, 17 points in 39 games for the University of Denver. Much better production from Scott Mayfield than Krieger. So he might be, he being Christian, have the same type of game. At the level he was playing at, he hasn't been anywhere near as good as Scott Mayfield was. So cause for concern there for sure, but they're going to see what he's got in the tank. What can he offer at the pro level? That's why they signed the ATO. Is it that 8-point kind of guy, or is there maybe a little bit more offense, or is he just really, really good defensively that you can't pass him up? They'll see. When it comes to Jacob Ivanka, I don't have that easy kind of comparison. Like, he is kind of like this player. But what he is a two-way center and excellent on the face-off dots. Just excellent. I don't have his face-off numbers because they don't keep that. I'd have to go manually track his games type of thing, and I didn't want to do that for this video right now, but I'll do it later. Excellent on the face-off dot. Just excellent. But when you look at his spreadsheet, if you will, he's not really popping off the charts. Yes, he's a 5-year player, but he's not really putting up a ton of points. It was a career year for him this year with 18 points, 10 goals in 37 games. And that really only gives him a 7.7 NHLE, which is not great. It went up by 2.6, so improvement there. But Jacob Pavanka was brought in to the Omaha, Nebraska side to give them that veteran presence and provide them with a better defensive game, which he did. He absolutely did that. Did it push the Omaha, Nebraska Mavericks anywhere? Not really. But if they were hoping that Jacob Pavanka, would be the key to unlocking the whole thing, I don't know if that was a sound decision-making process by them. Now, Pavanka comes in, and he's going to have a lot of competition for the same role. So he's a two-way center, going to play maybe on the bottom 6 for Bridgeport if he gets in. He's got guys like Reese Newkirk, who was just sent down to the ECHL, and Colin Adams, who's on a 3-game point streak, playing the same position effectively. So I don't know how he inserts himself into that roster. And if he does, he's got to make good on it ASAP. Because like I said, Colin Adams is already doing the thing right now. And in my estimation, Colin Adams is a better player. If we remember, Colin Adams had a great NCAA career. Let me just bring up his spreadsheet here. When you look at Colin Adams' career, his last season at the NCAA level was 2021. Right, so right here, he had 34 points in 29 games with 14 goals for the University of North Dakota, which was, at the time, the #1 ranked side in NCAA. They were supposed to win the whole damn thing, and he was playing top-line center for them. Now, they didn't win the whole damn thing, but Colin Adams was doing very well. Again, 34 points, 29 games, which was an 18.6 NHLE. 18.6. That's not anywhere near what Jacob Pavanka had in his career season. So you're already seeing the caliber of competition that Jacob Pavanka is going to go up against to carve out a spot on the Bridgeport Islanders, and I'm not confident he will. But that's the whole point of the ATO, right? They want to see what they've got in these two guys before they try to offer them a contract, before they figure out what is the next step. So that's the whole play here. What's the next step? Let's see what you've got. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.